Good morning. Today is Friday, the 3rd of August. I'm Selena.
And I'm Valerie. Welcome back to Term 3's first show.
As you might know, Hair for Hope has been making its rounds in Singapore recently. Our very own teachers, Mr. James Ong, Mr. John Lee, Mr. Chia Song Yuan, Ms. Yap Jen Hwee, and a few others have gone to have their heads shaven.
Last Saturday, on the 28th of July, the teachers were at Vivo City for the event. Our reporter, Ning, will tell us more.
Good morning, everyone. I'm now at Vivo City, where several of our very own teachers and other members of the public have gathered. They have come to have their heads shaven as a show of support to children with cancer. Through this annual event known as Hair for Hope, the Children's Cancer Foundation, CCF, aimed to build a community of support for children with cancer and their families through raising funds and awareness of childhood cancer. How are you feeling right now?
Cool on the head.
Have you been a shavy for Hair for Hope before?
No, this is my first time. And actually quite inspired by the first batch of teachers in Nanyang that did it.
This is Ms. Nyo, the Executive Director of CCF. Ms. Nyo, how has the response to Hair for Hope been so far?
The response has been very overwhelming, and this year we are targeting to reach out to 5,000 people. Last year we actually reached out to 4,230 shavies. So given the good response this year, we are very hopeful that we can surpass the 5,000 mark. It is very heartening, that we are getting the support from Singaporeans, from young and old, and from people from all walks of life. So we can see that Singaporeans do care a lot for the less fortunate.
Do you have any message for our students?
I think for the students, it is very good to be engaged in community project to broaden the perspective and so that they can know more about the social issues in the community. And that is very enriching beyond the books.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great. What about you?
蛮不错的，感觉蛮奇妙的。
哎呀，风太大了。
啊，好轻哦，头轻如燕啊！现在。
What does this board statement mean to you personally?
我觉得你来参加就是为了要给那些有不幸患上癌症的小朋友一个支持，所以对我来说，光头只是一个很形式上的支持。不过我很希望说，通过剃光头、剃头，然后捐款，可以帮助他们，让他们找到勇气，觉得说就算有化疗啊、掉头发啊，其实也是没有关系的。
What does this board statement mean to you personally?
Personally for me is to do something a bit drastic but for a good cause that make you feel a bit awkward, but yet is all in support of a special group of people.
Free shaven head is a symbolic gesture of understanding by an individual of the ordeals that a child with cancer is subjected to. Here at NY5, we would like to urge you to show your support for children with cancer. If you didn't participate as a shavy last year or this year, do consider doing so next year. Make a bold statement. And this has been Ning reporting for NY5.
Thank you, Ning.
The Mathematics Department organized the annual Math Week this week. Various activities took place in the canteen.
Now, let's take a look at what has been happening over the last 2 weeks.
Okay, Rachel, how do you find Math Week?
I think it's very interesting in general, and we actually learn a lot more about math than what we have learned during lessons, because our math teacher, she plans activities to increase our knowledge about math, like the mathematicians, and we had to come up with poems on mathematicians, and it was very interesting. What's your favorite game?
This one. Corridor.
Do you know about Math Week?
There are a lot of games.
Have you played anything yet?
No. And the pie. No, I didn't eat the pie.
Thank you. Next up, we have a movie review.
Directed by Mark Webb, the new superhero film The Amazing Spider-Man is a reboot of the Spider-Man film franchise. Kimberly from the English Society will now give her comments on the movie.
With great power comes great responsibility. So how does the reboot film The Amazing Spider-Man measure up against the beloved franchise of old? The Amazing Spider-Man features Peter Parker at his most glorious, as awkward geek extraordinaire / friendly neighborhood superhero battling the evils of schoolyard bullies, disapproving in-laws, Uncle Murders, and Giant Rabbit Lizards. The winning couple Spider-Man and Gwen Stacy, played by Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield, share undeniable chemistry and may inspire more than one moment of you going, "Aww." I might be biased in saying Tobey Maguire's character pulls off geeky charm with unparalleled finesse, but one thing's for sure, I could never count myself as a fan of Mary Jane. And Mary Jane could never count intelligence as one of her limited positive attributes. Gwen Stacy in this new installment proves that the modern superhero's girlfriend can ace the Nanyang curriculum and school the boys from across the road. And of course it wouldn't be a superhero movie without a worthy enemy. The Amazing Spider-Man's Dr. Curtis Connors and his alter ego, the Lizard. There were thrilling moments as well as grotesque scenes when Doctor's severed arm regenerates into a gob of gelatinous goo and then morphs into a giant lizard claw like a creepy Power Ranger. Scenes that I thoroughly enjoyed, despite whimpers from inconsiderate viewers around me. Yet for a villain named the Lizard, it looks anything but. In fact, it bears a startling resemblance to Lord Voldemort with scales and a growth spurt. While the Lizard's sorrow at the loss of his arm is understandable, one might loudly ask, is it worth mutating into a giant ugly snake man? I think not, but ultimately the question is this: is the popular Spider-Man franchise worthy of a reboot, especially when its predecessors are still fresh in our minds? Here's my answer. The Amazing Spider-Man is definitely worth a watch. So while I ultimately prefer the older Spider-Man movies, this is one enjoyable film nonetheless. But I could be biased, so why don't you judge before our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man webs things off into the horizon?
Thank you, Kimberly. To commemorate Nanyang's 95th anniversary, the upcoming musical is a much discussed topic amongst students right now.
Many students are involved in this massive production, be it the cast or crew. Ning and Gwen are part of the musical cast, playing the roles of Uncle Jack and Shermaine 女士 respectively.
Recently, Sing interviewed them about their roles in the musical. Sing, please.
Hi everyone, I'm Sing from NY5, and right now I'm interviewing Gwen, who is taking part in the musical. Her role is as Shermaine.
Yeah, I'm Gwen, and I'm playing Shermaine in the upcoming musical.
First of all, can you tell us about your role as Shermaine?
I think so far it's been really fun. There's a lot of preparation work involved because I think personality-wise I'm kind of 180 degrees away. So the teachers actually helped me a lot by helping me prepare to help me have more poise and to be able to walk more like her. They gave me videos from the library about her and help me to study.
Do you do anything to prepare for yourself to portray her character?
Yes, I think actually a lot about it is emulation and to be able to understand from where she's coming from and a lot of it is to be able to think like the character. Yeah.
So then how has the musical affected your life in general?
I think it's a lot more busy now because of the very hectic schedules. We are practicing Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays, as well as sometimes on Fridays, and a lot of other stuff in between. So yeah, it's mainly just really busy, but I think despite it being busy, I think it's been a pretty good experience. It's very rewarding because I think to be able to see the entire musical come to play into shape is quite gratifying.
So what do you think was your biggest challenge in preparing in this musical?
I think it mainly was the time issue because our homework schedules are not really lessened by a lot, so we have to deal with having the homework as well as in addition to our normal curricula as well as the musical. So it's kind of busy to manage, but I think so far I've been managing quite well.
I'm acting in the musical as Uncle Jack, so I'm going to try a few lines. Yeah, I need to get my tone right. Okay, I think it's here. 就是因为你的声音要OK，
什么声音去？
知道就好。
你要是变成男生来讲啊，知道就好。
知道就好。
不要这样。
怀念什么？回来洗墙壁咯。
怀念什么？洗墙壁。这种啊，
像你吗？
像就不像啊。就你的口龙啊，这样。
不是，我是想要用这边的，
不必这样的吗？你看我自然讲话，像他自然讲话，就是这样最重点。
我们是男生啊。
可是
女生是女生啊，你一看只是不要啊，这样啊。
3、2、1。
If you have any birthday shout-outs or suggestions for week 8, do tweet us or leave a comment on our Facebook page.
This has been an NY5 production. I'm Selena.
And I'm Valerie. Thank you and have a nice day.